Right now, I'm on a quest to learn a lot and do a lot. One of those things is to make 10K in the next month and a half, to make my IT business really boom, to learn Thai, to study my Mandarin, brush up on my Spanish. I want to be able to study for my tests, get better at programming, make music, actually make content. So there's a lot going on here. And to be able to manage all of that, and my IT business, I forgot. But to be able to manage all of that, we have to have a system. And so this is the system that I have to manage all of my time stuff. So first off here, I have a simple habit tracker that I use on Notion. Um, you know, anything like I have to do is in here, my personal habits. So I try and do like my Thai studies. I try to do these, and it may not happen every day because if you're trying to do a lot of stuff, the chances of it always happening every single day can be hard because you can only focus on so many things at a time. But I try to focus on a few things. Like if I'm studying Thai, I want to focus on that. Working out is something that I need to do every day. So I try to make that every day. Looking for more IT jobs. That's something I do every day. There's things that I do every day, and I have my calendar. I do what I need to do for that. My habit is to make more songs. As a musician, I typically try and make a good bit of songs. And last year, I didn't hit the goal that I wanted. I wanted to make a song every like 3 months. Well, I think it was every 2 months. And I was supposed to make six, and I only made four, I think. So I'm a little behind. I'm trying to make more music and come out with things, but it's so hard to balance everything with having a life, family, and um, things you have to take care of. So I'm gonna make more music this year, and I promise that, and I put it on my calendar and on my habit tracker, but it's just a matter of making the time for it. And that's kind of what I'm going through now. Excuse all my tools, but next is my notebook. So in my notebook, I have like a little checklist that I use when I'm not near my computer. And this is like all of the things that I want to do, like the main things. And I have a list of things I remember, like selling on eBay, music, financial planning, my full time, my part time, managing all of that, my music. I think I said music twice. It's okay, I'm tired. IT business stuff. And I put this all in here, and it gives me an option to see this like in person, analog, when I'm traveling or something, and it's in my pocket. But then if I have my computer, this is where I update things, I add things, and kind of keep track of that on my Notion. And I came out with a video a long time ago about how I don't use Notion, and I found it too hard, especially for my ADHD brain, to be able to focus on Notion without like tweaking it and making it perfect and everything. But I did get over that by making it extremely simple. So sometimes you don't have to make it super creative or have a crazy template or put all this work into it. You just need something that will work for you and make you comfortable. And I think the problem was I was watching these videos and seeing these people who make their Notion have like little trackers and videos and productions and programming and all this stuff. And I was like, man, I can't compare to that. So it just got overwhelming and I didn't want to use it anymore. And this is one of those times where I'm admitting that I'm wrong. um, and in my last video where I said, oh, I don't use Notion because it's too distracting, I learned how to use Notion without it being too distracting. So that's another way that I work. Also, I use Opera GX as my browser. And one of the things that I do is for like all my self-employment stuff, I keep in a doc. It may not be the most efficient thing for some people. It might be better for like some people to have like a, um, I guess a check off list or like a work list or a workspace. But this is the best way that I've done it. I typically use that to keep track of the jobs that I've done. I also have a lot of notes in my notepad of things that I need to remember, things that pop up, notes. Sometimes I keep things like my CCNA notes. Like I had passed that recently, but my CCNA notes, trying to make sure that I have that, making sure that I have like, you know, eBay, what I'm doing, my needs, things like that that I have to remember. So I keep a notepad, and that may not be the most efficient way for many people, but the notepad app has saved me a lot for quick things I need to jot down on my computer than when I don't have a pen and paper. So I have that. And a lot of this has cross functionality with my phone. My Notion calendar and my phone calendar are very similar. I have work things in there, I have personal things, appointments, things I need to do, and it helps me keep track of that too. For Thai, I'm using a website called Mondly, and I'm using some Anki cards. I'm using Lingo Polo. I'm using a Ling. These are a lot of the things that I do to be able to study. And Mondly actually lets you do like daily lessons, and it helps with remembering things. I've done like hello, country and languages. This is a new Mondly account actually, because when I transferred it over from Opera or from Google to Opera, some stuff didn't come in all the way, but that's okay. Most things came in, almost everything except Mondly, for whatever reason. So that's something that I work on. I also have my Anki cards on here to remember um, some things. Like I had my Cisco cards in there, and now I have my Thai cards in there. Um, and so that's typically how I keep track of things, either through Anki or Mondly or Lingo Polo, Lang. Duolingo doesn't have Thai actually, so you can't use that for that right now. So that's another one. Going back to this, when I do work out, I typically do like yoga or biking or cardio or strength training. And so I want to fit in jump roping more. I got on a jump rope kick to try and burn more fat, and like I just fell off of doing it. So this is a kind of a way for me to keep that habit up and actually try and jump rope. As you see, I haven't done it this week, so we'll have to get on that, but we're working on it. But this is everything that I use. I have my tasks on the side, the things that I use to remember things, to budget, to be able to save and to start the IT business or to continue the IT business. Like, this is the stuff that I have to do. And I guess I'm trying to be more mindful of that as I continue into my business, into my full time, into my part time, and managing all of that time effectively to be able to save the money and hit the goals that I want. One of the goals is to really be like basic fluent at Thai in the next couple of years, to make sure that my Spanish is brushed up on and I can effectively have conversations and do the things that I've done before, meditating, things like that. So that's everything. Keeps me productive, keeps me working, keep it simple. I'll see you later.